You're listening to This Week in Real Estate with your host, Rob Golfi. Brought to you by the Golfi Team at RE/MAX Escarpment, featuring Conrad Zurini, broker-owner of RE/MAX Escarpment Realty Inc., and Brian Hogben, owner of Mission 35 Mortgages. Let's hear what's going on in real estate this week.
What's going on?
Just trying to keep up with interest rates, Rob. Keep up with interest rates.
Yeah?
That's what I'm trying to do over here.
Okay, what's the interest rate at now?
It depends which one you're looking at. The prime rate's at 3.2 right now. Like for most bank primes at 3.2. The fixed rates are hovering around 4 right now. So we saw a half-point increase last week, which was a big one. We haven't seen a half-point increase in a long time. So
is it wise to lock in on a 5-year term for 4 points?
No,
don't do it.
No. Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
You're still at about 150. We call it a basis point. You're at like a 1.5% spread between what the variable is and the fixed, right? So it doesn't make sense. You're locking in quite a bit of a premium right now. So it's best to ride it out, continue to have the savings. But I just read an article. For the first time, we might see, they said because of the inflation numbers that came out, you might even see a 3/4 point hike in June, a 0.75 increase, but it'll depend on what the inflation numbers are.
Yeah, but the problem is they're fighting inflation with the wrong thing. Like this is supply chain. This is more than demand. And the demand is still there, and this is not going to fix it. They're going to find out, and if it kind of sputters the real estate industry along. Yeah, they'll screw it up.
Always screw it up.
Yeah, I equate it like a race car. You know, when you're trying to like swerve this way and then you're trying to overcompensate and go this way. I actually think if they do screw it up, and you see the 3/4 point hike or a 1/2 point, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a decrease in the fall. Then.
Yeah.
They're
gonna say,
then they're going to go like a yo-yo. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a theory that they said they were going to level them off. They were going to go up, give a little gift to the banks because all the June 30th closings. Give a little gift, and then the fall come back, pull it back. Yeah, so you could be right. It's all about the money. Follow the money.
You mentioned the banks. The banks are just loving it. The banks
and the renewals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna report their next quarterly earnings. Huge. This is a time to invest in banks. I think this is where money.
Bank stocks are good.
Yep. They always do well. They always seem to do well.
Yeah. So another thing the government's doing is this open bidding and blind bidding. Is that going to change? It's not going to change anything. I don't know. Like your opinion, Conrad. Well,
I'll tell you. I don't know. I just pulled an old blog of mine and I contrasted what was happening in Australia because that's where they have blind bidding. And look, 2 things. It's so ironic. I was in New York. I was just in New York. Just got back. I spoke to the owner of Open, which is a bidding software, bidding app developed in Australia, and another bidding app from Australia that they were showcasing in New York. And Open has done a deal with CREA. They've done a deal with Canadian Real Estate Association together. So they're working on that and they're modifying it for the Canadian market. But fascinating that these offer management platforms and these bidding platforms, that's where everybody seems to be putting their money. But I'm going to give you a couple of great stats. Okay, so quickly in Australia, house values, so from 93 to 2018, so pre-COVID, house values grew by 412%, and there was a study they did that in 2043, by 2043, at the rate Australia has been going, and with all this open bidding, they feel that the average detached home will be $2.9 million in 2043. And a detached home in Sydney will be as high as 6.4 million. So Sydney would be akin to Toronto, right? So an average detached home, and that's with open bidding. So this will not solve one thing. I don't know, and really, it's not a pro seller thing. You know this better than I do, Rob. You guys deal with this every day at kitchen tables. think about a scenario with open bids. Would your sellers have received as much money as they did, right?
Well, they're saying that the seller will have a choice.
Yes. Yeah. It's all seller choice. Yeah.
Yeah. So guess what? Every seller's
Choose
going
not
to say,
to.
they're going to ask the agent, what do you prefer, open bidding or closed? Closed. Everybody's going to go close. I want blind. I want people to submit their offers. I want 10 offers, because if it's an open bid, the first guy goes in there and blows his brains out, puts 50,000 above asking. You just eliminated probably half the people that wants to put an offer in, and he might be the only guy. People might look at it and say, not interested. So I think the open bid will make it even more difficult for the average buyer to buy a house, because when it's a closed bid, the average buyer did have a chance, right? Sometimes they may have gone in, and that guy that has more money didn't go in high enough because he's trying to speculate what the other person's going in at. But that average buyer had a chance. But if it's an open bid, the average buyer is not going to have a chance. He's done. It's going to be even more difficult for the average buyer to buy a house on an open bid. And I think it's just going to cause a lot of problems. I mean, I know they're doing it in different parts. Like Sweden, I think they're doing open bids, and I guess Australia, they got the
long time. Yeah, that's the only way they sell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
yeah,
I don't think it's going to slow down what the price values of homes are. I really don't. I think that people that have money, they're just the ones that they're going to get them more now. You know what I mean?
And I think though you'll get some sellers, maybe it's like a gimmick. Maybe if their home's really not selling, and they'll say, "Hey," to me, it would be almost like a marketing tool. Hey, we're doing this open bid thing on 123 Main Street, and then you might get people kind of coming in. But I think it'll come in the market just like selling at $9.99. Like it really came. It comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. Yeah. So I think it's going to be like a tool in the toolbox that will come at different times in the market cycle. Look, we're in a 90-day market cycle. Like, I don't know if you'd all agree, Brian and Rob, but it just seems every 90 days something new occurs, new emotions, whatever, either government intervention, health, the emotion,
I feel like we're in a 30-day cycle in the mortgage world. Almost like a 3-hour cycle where I feel like we're getting smacked around over here with rate hikes. It's moving very quick right now.
Well, the next quarter. So this next quarter will be very interesting to watch. Like Q1 was something, right? We saw things happening like third week of February, right? And then you felt the trend. So then I think this quarter will be an interesting quarter, right? You'll see first 2 months, and then if they hit us in June with that kind of so we'll end the quarter very differently than we started the quarter, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. I think there's so many things happening, even with the with this market, the way it's going. Like a lot of guys, I'll give you a perfect example. The way this market's going. Daniel went out on an evaluation in Glanbrook. Now he was up against a couple other recognizable names in teams in the market. They both said hold offers, list at 900, hold offers, and we'll get you more money. Daniel goes, no, the market's changing. Let's list it at 1.1. He goes, that's what the market value is, 1.1, and let's try to get that 1.1 for you. Let's just go. So anyway, he lists it, and he gets a couple of people going. And one guy says, are you holding offers? No. He goes, if I get an offer, when can I deal with it? And Daniel goes, I'll deal with it today. We sell it for 1.1 million. So now the homeowner was super thrilled, but there was other properties in this area in Glanbrook. They listed at 900. And this other property had a 4-bedroom. The one we sold was a 3-bedroom. The other property was 200 square feet bigger. Ours was smaller. And they put at 900. They held offers. They only got 950. The other house was bigger, more bedrooms, and they didn't even get close to it. So holding offers right now.
No.
The way the market is changing, like we're talking, I don't think it's a good idea. You can do it, but there's a right house, the right location, but you've got to be very careful. This is where experience comes in right now, and when you're dealing and holding offers.
Yeah, and the value conscious consumer is out now, like in full force. And I always say this is a time your place better be a cream puff, right? Because they really, because they're looking for value. They'll pay, but they want value, and the cream puffs are selling, way better than something that's got a little bit of hair on it, right?
And I think in that market too, we're seeing a lot of the conditional offers come back now as well too. Just week over week, we're seeing offers come back with conditions on them right now. So
yeah, people are renegotiating. You know what? But I don't think this market's going to last long though. Like this is a little breather for the buyers. This is a good time. Yeah. I think we're going to go. Like what's happening right now is a shakedown. The buyers go, you know what? I'm not gonna compete with you on this house. I'm gonna just see how things go, and go from there. I just had one in Waterdown. They were holding offers on a house on 1.8 million. I said to my clients, I go, I wouldn't compete against this house. These guys think they're gonna get 2 million. They're not gonna even get over 1.8 for this. And they go, are you sure, Rob? I says, don't get excited about this because I don't think. And guess what? 5 o'clock was offer time. I can't remember. It was a couple of days ago. I sent a message to the guy at 5 o'clock. Say any offers? He goes, nothing yet. I said, well, let me know if you get one. 8 o'clock. He said 0 offers. There you go. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like that was a bad decision to put that on holding offers. You can't do it. You can't do it everywhere. No. This market's changed. So really, right now, buyers. It's great for buyers. I mean, we're always going to have a shortage of inventory for the next 5 years. We're always going to have a shortage of inventory. Now we're going to go through lulls through the market where, and this is it. This is the little floating area where the buyers can creep in right here. Yep. And I don't know how long it's going to last. Yep. And the same thing happened last year.
August.
In the late summer and September.
August last year. It dipped. Yeah. There was real opportunity. Yeah. No, you're right, Rob. Well, I don't know if you guys saw today, CMHC announced, they did a report. They said due to the shortages of inventory and build, they said Hamilton prices, we do not see a price decrease for the next 2 years. So if you got buyers sitting on the fence, there ain't a cheaper time. And before we end, Rob, I want to say one thing. Congratulations. You got a North American award for social media, like social media influencer. You were number 14th, right, in North America, if I'm correct, right?
I think so. Yeah. No. And thank you to our PR girl, Marissa. She's awesome. She helped me get to that spot there.
Well, I'll tell you, that's amazing. You
Congrats,
put us on the map, my friend. That's really cool.
That is awesome.
You got to strive for number 1 next, right?
That's it.
That's really cool. Very cool. Top 50. Number 14 in your first time.
That's right. Coming up for the Remax first quarter, isn't it?
Yes, it should be out. Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not out yet. Usually they come out in the middle to the third week. But
I can tell you, you're leading the region. There's no question. You're leading the region in units, my friend. And your volume is you're second to one person in volume in the region, and that's our friend.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. SM. Well, no, I'm talking in Toronto, Treb too. I should give you the numbers. Treb, you're second in volume at Treb.
No shit.
Way to go.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Oh man. I'm gonna enjoy this weekend. I'm gonna celebrate.
You should. That's amazing, my friend. That's awesome. You really
I appreciate that.
Catapulted it. So that. Yeah.
Well, guys, listen, I appreciate this. Brian Hogben from Mission 35 Mortgages, fantastic. Conrad, Zurini, Remax, Escarpment, and Niagara, and myself. I drove by. I saw the sign there in Niagara on the Lake with the Remax Niagara office there. Yeah. I love it. Mm-hmm. That's a great location, great place there. That's awesome, buddy. Awesome.
Yeah, we'll get you guys in there too. Cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to stop in one day. Anyway, everybody, thanks and have a great weekend.